Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Blessing and I'm the creative director of B Stitches Designs. So on today's video we are going to be learning how to cut and sew this basket weave jacket. I already have a tutorial on how to make a basket weave on this my channel. Kindly scroll through so you can watch that particular tutorial. I made a tutorial on how to make the basket weave skirt. So on this video we are going to be learning how to make this basket weave jacket, which I used to wear this my beautiful backless gown. It's a strap gown with two-step flay. I already have tutorials on how to make this gown. I shared into three parts, so this is the third part. The first part was how to make the upper part of the gown, and the second part was how to make the down part, which is the two-step gathers. And then this is the third part, how to make this beautiful basket weave jacket. So I decided to make this jacket so I can be able to wear this gown to go to my place of worship, because the back is open. If you check the previous videos you're going to see the back is open. So I decided to make this basket weave jacket so I can be able to use it to go to church. So guys, kindly check my previous videos. You are going to see this is how this particular one is how I made the upper part, and then the second is how I made the down part, then this is the third one. So let's get right into the tutorial. So I'm going to be cutting this jacket using a paper, using my pattern paper, and this is the length. I marked out the length, which is 17 inches. The length of the jacket is going to be 17 inches because I really want it to cover the back very well, because the back is open, and if I want to wear it to church I will have to, it will have to be decent. So that's why I used 17 inches length. So after getting the length, the next is to get my neck width, which I used 3.5 inches for my neck width. I used 3.5 inches for the neck width, and for the neck depth, 3.5 inches for the width, sorry. For the depth I used 1.5 inches, because I'm going to cut the back piece first. Make sure you're cutting the back piece first. So after this I'm going to divide my shoulder by 2, and I am going to place, so my shoulder is 15 inches divided by 2, I have 7.5, and I am going to place that and mark out. Can you see? I'm sorry, the chalk is not so clear, but I believe we can see this. So from the upper part, from the shoulder, we are going to come down by 9 inches depending on the person you're making for. But for this particular measurement I'm using, I came down by 9 inches, and then from that upper part I came down by 1 inch and slanted my shoulder. So the next I'm going to be putting my round bust measurement, which is 39 inches divided by 4, and I place it on the armhole line, and then added my 2 inches sewing allowance. Then on the down part I'm going to bring down this exact measurement to the down part, because it's not going to be a fitted jacket, it's going to be a loose jacket, something like a crop jacket. So after that I'm going to draw my armhole curve, and it's time to cut. So I'm done. I brought down the same measurement I used for the bust down to the waist, and I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut. So this is it, our back piece is ready. Remember guys, I cut this pattern on fold. I did not use a piece of the paper, I cut it on fold, and that is because I'll be needing it later. So I used it to trace my fabric. Remember to also cut your fabric on fold. Remember to fold your fabric and then trace out. I added 1 inch hemming allowance for this back piece. So I added 1 inch hemming allowance because I'll be turning with a lining. So our back piece is ready, so we are going straight into our front piece. So I'm also going to use this particular paper for our front piece. So I'll start off by creating the neck for the front piece. Remember, this neck is for the back piece, this is the back neck. So for the front piece, I'm going to come down by 3.5 inches, that is the neck depth, and I am going to curve my neck. Then I'm going to slash open. After I've cut out the neck, I'm going to slash the center open. So I'm going to mark the other side so I won't get confused while I start making my basket. So after that, I'm going to cut out pieces. I'm going to cut out straps. So this is me marking the back of this fabric, because the fabric, you barely know the front and the back except for the right up on the down and the upper part. So I marked it out, and then this is me trying to cut my pieces, that is my straps that I'll use for the basket. So I cut 2 inches. So I measured the width 2 inches. So 2 inches. So I'm going to cut. So there's no particular measurement for length for now. I'm just cutting as many as I can, and as long as it is, I'm just cutting. So you're going to cut as many as possible. You're going to cut as many as possible. So the width I'm cutting is 2 inches for the width. So you're going to cut as many as possible. Can you see? I'm done cutting. Can you see? I'm done cutting. So I'll go right into folding. Can you see the way I'm folding? You're going to fold one side, folding the other side, and then bring the two together. That is how you are going to fold, and you are going to do so for all the pieces that you cut out. You're going to do so for all the pieces that you cut out. So I'm going right into sewing that, and this is me. I am done sewing. I am done sewing. Can you see? So this is me after folding. So next, I'm going to bring down my pattern paper, and I am going to draw my lines. I'm going to draw my lines for that I'll be placing my straps that I sewed for the basket. So I am using 1.5 inches apart. 1.5 inches apart. So I'm going to draw 1.5 inches line apart, both horizontal and vertical. I forgot to draw the vertical lines on this video, but please don't forget to draw the vertical lines, especially if you're doing this for the first time. I'm already used to this, and that was why I forgot to draw the vertical line on this video. And I was also in a hurry because this is a customer's order. So you're going to draw your horizontal lines and your vertical lines 1.5 inches apart. It depends on how open you want your basket to be. You can decide to make yours 1 inch, but 2 inches is too much. Please do not go for 2 inches. So I started placing my pieces. And pinning them down up and down. You just pin up and down because you still pass in your vertical pieces. So go ahead and do this. If you have stayed up to this moment on this video, that means you're really enjoying what we are doing here. Thank you very much for sticking by. Please kindly hit on the subscribe button, also turn on the notification bell. Please also you can drop your questions and your thoughts via the comment section, and don't forget to share this video to your family and friends. So I'm still pinning down. This will take a lot of time. This is going to take most of your time in making this jacket, but trust me, it is worth it. It is worth every time wasted. So you go ahead and place and pin. So mind you, I'm pinning just the upper and the down parts. Pin just the upper and the down parts. So this is it. I'm going to go ahead and sew. You're going to go ahead and sew it in such a way that you're going to secure. Pin just the upper and the down parts. So here it is. I am done sewing. So after which I'm going to start crossing the vertical across. Please, you're going to be you're going to be passing it as if you're making a basket each of the lines, so that it's secured. I don't know how to explain it, but you're going to pass it inside out, as if you're making a basket. Can you see? So you're going to do so, and while you're doing, please kindly secure. So next, your pin. I'm going to be turning. Can you see the back piece? I'm going to be, so remember the back piece is not a basket, so I'm going to be turning it with a lining. So I'm going to the back piece with a lining. I'm placing it inside out, and please don't forget to secure with your pin. Please don't forget to secure. You are going to keep doing it like so till you're done creating your basket. Trying to cut the sleeve. Remember guys, I told you you're supposed to mark your 1.5 inches line vertically and horizontally. So if you marked the line vertically and horizontally, it's going to be a guide on how you place this vertical straps. But because I'm used to this style and I've made it severally, it's quite easy for me. By now we are supposed to know how to cut a sleeve in this place channel, without marking out my vertical line. But please, I kindly advise that you mark out your vertical detail on it. So can you see? I'm done drafting the sleeve. This is me cutting it out. You're weaving a basket, and this is it, guys. So I'm done placing for the two front. Remember the back piece, the back is going to be covered completely. The back is not a basket. So and then next I'm going to cut the lining for this. Cut the lining. I go ahead to short the lining. I short the lining with 0.7 inches. So this is it. So we're going right into sewing. We are going to turn this back piece, and we're also going to turn the I'm trying to turn the back piece. You're going to place your lining on your main fabric, facing the front of your main fabric, and you're going to sew with less than 0.5 inches. You're going to sew, and after which you're going to top stitch on the lining. This is quite optional, but I love top stitching on my lining. So you're going to top stitch on the lining. So after that, I'm going to turn the neck of the back. You're going to sew on the neck of the back just the same way you did with the lining. You're not going to turn before sewing this. And I'm going to sew the two sides. I'm going to sew the two sides. Can you see? Sew the two sides. Next, I'm going to notch the neck. You're going to notch the neck of your fabric and then turn over. So you're going to do all this before you turn over. Can you see? So after this, I'm going to go ahead and turn the sleeve with the lining. So you're going to place your lining on your fabric, your lining facing the front of your fabric, and you're going to sew using 0.3 or 0.2 inches. If you're still watching up to this moment, that means you're really enjoying what we are doing here. Thank you very much for sticking by. Please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, turn your notification bell. Please also drop your comments, your thoughts, and your questions via the comment section. Don't forget to share this video to your friends and family. So we're still on sewing the sleeve. I'm top stitching on the lining for the sleeve. After that, I'm going to turn over and then I'm going to sew all the way on the sleeve. Also repeat the same process for the second sleeve. After which you're going to go straight to the table to iron. So here guys, I'm done ironing. I've ironed the back piece and the two sleeves. So next is to turn the shoulder of the body of the jacket, which is the front and the back piece. So this is the front piece, our basket weave. So you're going to place your front against your back. You're going to place it the front facing front. Can you see? You're going to place it front facing front. So you're going to use the lining of the back piece to turn over to the front, and you're going to sew using 0.5 inches. After which you're also going to repeat the same process for the second shoulder. Can you see this? This is already looking beautiful. Our jacket is already coming together. So we are going to repeat this same process for the second shoulder. You're going to place your front piece front against front on your back piece, and you're going to use the lining for the back piece to turn over. You're going to use it to turn over and sew. Remember, you're sewing with 0.5 inches. Remember, you must not remove the paper that you used for your basket weave before this process. The paper is the last. You are going to remove the paper when you are done sewing your whole outfit. You are not allowed to remove the paper during the process of sewing. You can only remove the paper when you are done sewing, when you're sure that you're done sewing the outfit. So this is it. This is how it looks. It's already coming together. So next we are going to sew the sleeve. For that, we are going to fold our sleeve into two and we are going to notch the center of the sleeve. So you're going to place your notched center on the center of your shoulder, and you're going to sew from the center to one side, and you're going to come back and sew from the center to the other side. Can you see? You're going to come back and you're going to sew from the center to the other side. After which you're going to close that side of your dress, of your jacket, using the correct measurements. So I placed the round sleeve measurement, which was 13 inches, and I used it to close the sleeve, and all the way down you're going to come sew down. Remember, it's going to be a very free jacket and we used 2 inches allowance, so we are going to close this with 2 inches all the way down. All the way down. So we are done sewing one side of this jacket, so we'll be going to this other side of the jacket. So you get your sleeve, you fold your sleeve into two and you notch the center of your sleeve. Then place the notched center on the center of your shoulder and start from the center to sew to one side. And when you're done sewing to one side, you come back and start from the center again to sew to the other side. And you sew all the way. Please, while you're still sewing, please make sure your paper is still intact. Make sure you don't destroy your paper so you can sew accurately, because the paper is still a guide for what you're making, remember. So I'm done sewing this sleeve. I'm done attaching the sleeve. So next is to close up. Remember, we used 13 inches, so you're going to measure 13 inches divided by 2 on your tape, and you are going to place and you're going to sew all the way for the sleeve 13 inches, and you're going to close, and then using 2 inches you're going to go all the way down, all the way down. And guys, we are done sewing. So after sewing, we'll go ahead and tear off the papers. Please make sure you're done sewing before you go ahead to tear off the papers. Tear off the papers. And guys, we are ready. Our outfit is ready. So guys, remember I already have a video of how to make this gown, the top, the gown, and this is the final video on how to make the jacket. So please don't forget to go back to my channel and watch the video on how to make this gown. So this is our jacket, our basket weave jacket. I also have a video on how to make a basket weave skirt. You can also go back and make reference to it. Thank you very much for sticking up to this moment. Thank you very much for always coming back. If you're new to this channel, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and don't forget to share this video to your friends and family. See you some other time, guys. Bye.